Yes, recession. That's the big buzzword for 2023, isn't it? But really, recession is not for the world of cricket for sure, because reports are now suggesting that the BCCI, the Board for Control of Cricket in India, is expected to earn up to 4,000 crore rupees when bidders lock in their price to own one of the 5 women's IPL team. That's up for grabs, and this is going to happen on Wednesday. Today, we are asking our team of experts how this business of sport is profitable, why there is so much excitement around the game on women's IPL. Let's find out. Let's speak to Dilip Cherian. Image Guru is joining us on this edition of India Tonight, along with Editorial Consultant for SportStar, Vijay Lokapally, is also with us. Great to have you both, gentlemen. Dilip, thanks for joining us. As per these reports, like I was telling our viewers, the BCCI now hoping to make 4,000 crore rupees from women's IPL 2023. 800 crores would come from bidders. What kind of image building and branding and marketing, what kind of blitzkrieg on those counts do you see for them to hit that kind of magic number?
There are two aspects to this. One is that the BCCI is doing its own virtue signaling by, in a sense, bringing up the cause of women's cricket. The other is that there genuinely is an enhanced appetite for sports watching of all kinds in the country. And you will see that women's cricket, IPL, will actually climb up the ladder quite quickly, because there is interest in the sports, and television broadcasters as well as sponsors have discovered that women enjoy watching cricket. So you will have a huge viewership for these matches as long as we create the right kind of heroines of the game.
This is untapped viewership. Vijay Lokapally, come in on this. We are looking at tapping into an audience and looking at cricket in a different way, you think? Or do you think it's more of the same that's going to play out? How different is it from the IPL that we know already, in your opinion? How could it be different?
Well, as Mr. Cherian said, it is a sport which is just waiting to capture the imagination of a normal cricket viewer, not just, and let us not compare it with IPL. It's a completely different entity. Women's IPL, women's cricket, it has its own following. And if you see the matches during the last series at home, they were able to fill up the stadium. So that is amazing. I mean, people were queuing up. India women team play a T20 game, and if you see the audiences in Australia, New Zealand, and even England, the turnout has been fabulous. So there is a big market, and obviously there is a big following for the game. Cricket, as it is, creates madness among the fans, and we have some fantastic cricket icons in women like Smriti Mandhana, Harmanpreet, the young Shafali Verma. They are waiting to just what should I say, give a run of the money for the men players in the times to come.
Yes, and Dilip, as far as media rights go for women's IPL 2023, now the rights have been sold to a private network. We understand the number is 950 crore rupees. It's most likely going to be aired by sports channels in collaboration with the network who's managed to get this. Do you think this is a good move? It bodes well for the game and for women's IPL 2023?
As I said, the enthusiasm and the lack of opportunities for women's sports to be seen is a key factor in this. And I think that broadcasters are doing wisely by bidding high for this. And the other thing we have to understand is that sports watching as a genre has actually increased in the post-COVID period. So you will see more excitement around this entire segment, and that is what is driving values up.
Vijay, in a major rule change from the IPL that we know, now BCCI has allowed the 5 international players to be the playing 11 of each team in IPL 2023. And of course, in the IPL as we know it, only 4 international players are allowed. How should this rule change the dynamics, in your opinion, in this women's IPL 2023, you think?
Broadly, global players are setting, what shall I say, standards for viewership. because they carry a lot of viewership with them. Of course, there's nothing to compare with the kind of viewership India has, but making these games global ensures that Indian players actually have access to viewerships and markets and potential sponsors from across the globe.
Vijay, do you agree with that point of view, that this is a good move to get more global interest?
Yes, totally agree with it.
Vijay, what's your understanding of it?
Well, if you see, one good thing is they've got 4 players from established nations, and there will be 1 player from associate countries. So the effort here is to involve a global audience and also create a platform where you can discover new superstars, not stars, superstars. And these girls are going to see, when you are when you're asked to perform to an audience, they will also take their game a notch up. And that is what I'm looking forward to, the participation of foreign players, and especially there will be a big interest for players from associate nations, because we normally don't get to see them.
Player purse, Vijay, a pay cap for the Women's IPL 2023, and that has been set at 12 crore rupees for this year. And there is a growth rate of 1.5 crore rupees for the next 4 years. Do you think this is incentive enough for more players to come in, Vijay?
Definitely, definitely. You see, you look at it, they have struggled to come to this level, to kind of create an audience, to impress upon the BCCI. There has been talk for the last 3-4 years. I mean, Saurav Ganguly, when he was BCCI president, he was constantly under pressure to launch the Women's IPL, and he had promised to do it. Of course, I mean, he's not there as the BCCI president, but the process was set in motion, and he must be a very happy.
Dilip, in terms of sponsor interest, and for those who are going to be part of the bidding process as well, in terms of building a team, in terms of drawing sponsorship money, how huge do you think this potential is, and what's the pace of growth that you see when it comes on both these counts?
Sponsorship is not going to be a problem. In fact, the corporates who I advise and have been speaking to have all been looking for the right opportunity where they can sponsor a game which involves women and which guarantees a high viewership. So I don't think that corporate sponsorship is going to be at any level short of what expectations and where the level of the game is. So I think that you will see this grow, and you will see that because a lot of consumer products are targeting women buyers, they will need these audiences, and this is going to find there's going to be no problem in terms of getting sponsors for either the teams or for the events themselves.
We'll be watching the bidding process very closely, and indications of all the parameters that you're seeing and setting out already in terms of what could be the indicators of future growth of Women's IPL as a tournament. We will be, of course, rooting for everyone who's going to be part of it, and that's something that is likely to grow as well in terms of viewership as well. This is something new that we are setting the ball rolling on. It is an exciting time indeed in the world of sports. Dilip Cherian and Vijay Lokapally, thank you very much for joining us with your perspectives on India Tonight. And we are completely out of time on the show. Time really flies, but of course, we'll be back again. It's only the start of the week. Yes, it is a truncated week, but yes, we will be back at 8 o'clock. We hope to see you then. But for the moment, from me, Vikram Oza, and the entire team, thanks for joining us. Have a great night. Bye-bye.